Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're here. We're back with G-Witch episode 23. Really quick, if you could like the video for me, please, I greatly appreciate it. Now, Suletta is confronting her mother, ERI, on a broomstick. On a broomstick, and let's see how it goes. I don't feel like recapping. Let's hop in. Episode 23, we're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. OST. Oh, Suletta. This is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Ah. That's her thing. That's her thing. She puts that arm out. Louder. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm loving the track right now. The start of this episode has been great. I was about to say, we're not going to do an opening. I was going to say, no opening. All right. I genuinely do. I'm sitting here. This opening and this ending, eating ED2 opening 2 is better than ED1 and opening 1. Not saying ED1 and opening 1 is bad. I just think these two are way better. Oh, that episode started crazy. Started crazy. I actually felt the epicness with the track, with Suletta flying and flipping and dipping and swinging and dinging, all just, yeah. Yeah. Have they been updating the opening? They have been updating the opening? Okay. Because I was about to be like, all this has been in the opening? But no. Okay. So I haven't watched it. All right. Lauda, what? Oh my gosh, Lauda. He didn't do it on purpose. For irrational thinking like this. The sword set looks really cool. It looks really cool. Oh, Lauda. Delling. Man couldn't talk last episode. His voice sounds different, or maybe it's just been so long since we've heard him. He was trying hard, man. He was trying hard. ERI looks so cool. ERI looks so cool. Dude, they threw budget at this. She's already gone too far. Your mother has already gone way too far. Oh, she's jumping in the mix herself. What do you say to her? If we're not if we're not willing to budge, then what do you do to Suletta? ERI? Oh damn. Oh damn. Was it because of what they did? What happened? What's happening? Is it, who's interfering? Who's interfering? ERI was looking. I feel like my brain's telling me one thing, but I feel like it's wrong. Mistakenly activated. I'm sick of these hoes. I am. I'm sick of them. I'm tired of them, man. I'm really sick of them. They just snaking their way all throughout this. Now's not the time. Hello. You're gonna croak. You keep trying this. Damn it. Damn Lauda. What's always up with Guel getting arms and legs cut off? Always. The Swarzette does look cool as heck, though. You're not gonna let my guy go out like this, no? Okay. I was about to heat. I was about to go crazy, yo. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was gonna go crazy. I was gonna go crazy. Okay. Lock in. He's okay. Lock in. That worked? So, how many people is Elnora gonna kill before someone drops her? How many? Belle for sure, right? Belle, she gotta bite the dust. Of course, she would change it. It feels like we're just fighting in extremes. That looked really cool right there. Well, in Elnora's mind, she can't do that because in Elnora's mind, one of her children is trying to take away her other children, like trying to take away the chance for her other children to live or other child to live. Like it's like these things they can't work together. It's either one or the other for her. Belle, don't shoot all the bullets at once now, girl. Ah, is it her name? Because it was her mother that did it, right? Like Quiet Zero was something her mother was doing. Her and Delling. No way, Ellen. She's not dead. She's not dead. No way, Ellen got the read. And now these people are about to shoot their big gun. Ah, something crazy is gonna happen. It's not just gonna smooth out. She probably like, little girl, if you don't get out my face. That's probably what she's thinking. He's gonna shoot his gun. He's shooting his gun. You didn't think he was going to shoot his gun? I get a chance to test out my big brain, my big galaxy weapon. He's going to do it. I'm sick of these Pell chicks. They need to go. Tired. So it's like screw everybody in the vicinity, right? Like how big is this like black? Oh. Oh, ERI. Wow, she stopped it. Why is, why do I always like why do I always like the characters that always have no hope? Little ERI is just gonna die. It's not fair. Nah, I'm there was no getting Elnora or ERI to surrender. There was none of that. I have to talk this out. There was no getting them to surrender. They were not gonna surrender. They would have fought until you had to like literally stop them. ERI was not gonna give up until she had no other choice. So it's like eventually like I say that to say when when you're in these situations fighting against people that won't give up, loss of life has to be thought about. You have to think about it. I don't think there was no way that the Suletta and ERI confrontation ends in peace. Not right here, anyways. How everything was set up for us. I don't think it was ending in peace. It was either Quiet Zero gets destroyed, therefore ERI isn't able to final episode. Look at that picture. Therefore damn it, my brain. It's like loss of life was expected. Like that was happening. Let me look at something really quick. Hold on. I need to look at something really fast. Bear with me. Bear with me for a second. Don't you hate when someone only talks to you when they need something and you can go 2 weeks without talking to this person, but as soon as they need something, they're just quick to hit you up? It's like, get off my phone. It's like, get off my phone. Okay. Minor complaint, but end credit picture should be aired. I think the Guel stuff is cool. Putting that there. I think you get an ERI picture next week. You might get an ERI thing next week. All right. Go solo. All right. This episode, boy. This episode. I am firmly in the camp of it's hard for me to pick a side. It is hard for me to pick a side. It's like both sides. I see it and I don't see it. I feel like both sides. Maybe I need to talk this out and I can lean more towards one or the other. Like, I understand why Elnora is doing everything that she's doing. Is it like taking lives and all this stuff? Like, I'm not cool with that. No. But I get it. It's very gray. It's like if you wanted to strip this down to its bare bones, really, if you wanted to strip this down to its bare bones, to the barest bones, you wanted to look at it very just plain, is Elnora and Ox Earth were working on technology that was innovative. It was deemed evil and they were assassinated for it. She goes off. She conjures up a plan. She comes back. She tries to enact the plan. And to her and to the layman, the same people that tried to execute her are telling her that she's wrong for feeling the way she feels and that her trying to do everything that she does is wrong. So it's like, you guys murdered us and then now I'm coming for revenge and you all are telling me that I'm wrong. So it's like, I can get it being like placing, like standing there being on her side. It's just like, you guys took everything from me and then I built stuff and got stuff back and then you're taking it from me again and then you're telling me I'm wrong. It's like to hell with all of you. I understand that. But then you look at it from the other side where it's like, you have all these kids, you have all these new people that weren't involved with, well, they weren't in charge of the Bennett group when these ideals were made, and they're not responsible for the issues, or they're not responsible for the actions that happened to Ox Earth. So now that they are in charge and stuff like that, it's like for them to be subjected to Elnora's wrath, it's just unfair. So this woman needs to be stopped because she's doing crazy things to achieve this. I get both sides. I feel like both sides have a genuine like reason for acting the way they're acting. I do. So it's like it's crazy that Elnora would use Suletta, enroll her in school, have Suletta create friendships, fall in love, do all of these things only for Suletta then to turn against her because she connected more with the people at school and everything that was there and everything that she went through more than fighting for her mother and her sister because they treated her better than you did. It's crazy. It's like they came back and it bit you. It came back and it bit you. Like a pawn that you use came back to bite you. But it's like I understand. I do. Here we go. All right. Another interesting detail is that in the Guel and Shattuck battle, we saw Guel eject, but here he simply sits and waits for himself to blow up. While he's been doing his best to push on, it seems he's become suicidal again. It's gonna take some therapy to help him. I think it was more so. I think exactly what he said is how he felt. Where Lauda, it's kind of like Lauda is the best of them. Like between Guel, his daddy, and Lauda. Lauda was the best of them. And granted, like Lauda's blow would have killed Guel. But it's kind of like Guel's like, I can die. Like, I killed dad. Yes, that's my fault. I need to bear that. I need to bear that alone. You had nothing to do with it. That's why you needed nothing to do with it. And now it's kind of like I'm going to die and seal all of this stuff with me. And then you take the company, you take everything and you move forward. Leave this be. Leave this in the past and just move forward. That's what that felt like. So it felt like Guel was trying to just bury everything so that Lauda could live. Because it feels like Lauda was not going to get talked off the cliff if nothing crazy would have happened. He was going crazy. Like there was nothing Guel was saying in this fight that was making him stop besides Guel gonna die. And that's what took for him to snap out of it. So it took for something shocking to even pull Lauda out of it in the first place. The boy was past reason. He was just seeing red. Said that last week. He's just seeing red. When people see red, it usually takes for something drastic to happen to get them to stop. If someone's just on a rampage and they lose it and they snap, it usually takes something crazy to make them realize what the hell is going on. He was set. This chick is evil. I'm sick of her. She's da-da. And it didn't matter. He was on go time. And it took for Guel to possibly die to snap him out of it. And it was like, wait, it's too late. That's the point. It's like, you don't want to ever get to that point of seeing red. It's not a good place. It's not a good place. I've been there once. Right? I've been there once. It's not good when you're irrational, when you are you're literally out of control. Like, it feels like nothing can stop you. Like, he was just going, like, he knows the risk of getting in a Gundam and what it could do. But he's in there like, I could use this against, and Guel's like, no, like, it'll kill you. And in his head, Lauda's not thinking about that. All he's thinking, it's just he's on go time. He's seeing red. So it took for a moment like that to get him to snap out of it, because he wouldn't have stopped. He would not have stopped. The swords that would have killed him before he even realized what was going on. He would have died. He would have legit just died in his rage. So it took for a moment, like, there was nothing was stopping that boy from achieving whatever he was trying to achieve. Nothing was going to stop him. So it's like, I get what Guel was trying to do. It was the only thing that would have worked. It literally was the only thing that would have worked. And it did work. It got him to stop. It got him to be like, whoa, wait a second. It got him to stop. This was an episode. I want to know what Elnora is going to do with Miorine putting her hand out. Something crazy could happen, right? Elnora could be like, extra gun. Or she could take her hand, which would be crazy enough. Or she could reject it and just decide to go in the cut. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? But I feel like Elnora is going to be inconsolable. Wanna know why? Because her daughter's gone. Again. And you people stopped me from saving her. You took my daughter away again. So it's gonna be hard to get her to just be okay, right? I can see her being like really upset with Suletta. Like, I can see a lot. She's irrational. She's always been irrational. And now the thing she's fighting for, she could either just fall off and just fall into like this dark place and just be just crushed, or she could level up in her irrationalness. She could go crazier. She could go even crazier. I would like it if she went crazier, because crazier means another season. Crazier means another 25 episodes of this. That woman has enough to fight for now. The Quiet Zero is not destroyed unless they fire again and destroy it. The Quiet Zero is not destroyed. She can do something to get away. She can. And she's going to go back off the Mercury. She's going to go wallow in her like failure and the loss of her beloved ERI. And she's going to go nuts. She's going to go nuts. She's going to go nuts. I can see her saying I can see her saying something really harsh to Suletta. I could, because again, Elnora is irrational. So everyone that was putting up this fight was in her way. Everyone that's putting up this fight, hand in hand to her, is responsible for this end result. Because if you guys would have just let it happen, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. That's how I could see her thinking. If you guys just weren't in the way, if you didn't try to do all of this, we wouldn't have had to worry about this. We would not have had to worry. and Suletta being front and center, like, I could see something harsh being said. I could. Would I be mad? Not really, because I know where that lady is in her mind. So anything she's saying, I'm not gonna get really upset about. Like, I'm not gonna, unless she like ethers Suletta from the bottom of her soul, right? Unless she goes crazy on her. Like, if she says something harsh, like it's your fault or something like that, or XYZ, I'm not gonna be too mad because I know that woman's broken right now. This episode set up, like, if there is to be a second season, another 25 episodes ordered in like a year or two from now, that's setting up for a more interesting season. And this season was interesting as all hell. That's gonna set up for some interesting stuff. I need to know how Suletta's gonna be. Like, throughout all this, through their fighting, through ERI saying you need to get out of my way, ERI still steps in the way. At the end of the day, sacrifices her life, possibly, maybe, we don't know. Like, how does she respond to that? Right? How does she respond to that? That's why I went to go check the IBO episode list, because next week says final episode. And I was like, what did the last episode for IBO say for its first season? It said it was Tekadon. It wasn't final episode. So that just made me pause for a little bit. But I think there's definitely going to be a second season. There's no way there's not going to be a second season. It's definitely going to be a second season. But I need to know how Suletta's going to respond to this, right? I wanted to know how Suletta would, like, I need more. It's hard. We're not going to get it. But that's what I was asking at the end of last week about Suletta and her, like, what she thought about what happened and where she stood on it. Got a little bit from her this episode, but it's like, it's this weird thing where Elnora wanted to, like, complete Quiet Zero so that ERI could live not being trapped to the aerial. So I get that. And ERI's just like, all right, cool, I'm rocking with mom. And Suletta said something in this episode along the lines of, like, I wish that the three of us could be together. And it's one of those things where if you look at it at face value, it's just like, yeah, why can't we do what Suletta's doing? But what Suletta is saying and what Elnora is trying to do is two completely different things. Elnora wants her daughter back. She wants her daughter back. She doesn't want ERI to just be a gigantic robot. When Suletta's like, I just want us to be together, Suletta's thinking about before she came to school, when it was her and the aerial and mom coming and going from Mercury on her being the president of that company. That's what Suletta's talking about. Suletta is perfectly fine with ERI being in the aerial and them two being together. That's what she knows. Elnora wants her daughter back, and she will go through anything to get her daughter back by any means necessary, like we've been seeing. So it's like, they're not, like, their ideals don't come together. Elnora doesn't want what was happening at the beginning of the series. She don't want that. She wants her daughter back. That's what she wants. And Suletta might be sounding like she's saying the same thing, but she's not. Suletta would like everything to go back to normal between her family, between the Ariel and her mother. I don't know where this goes. I don't know how you do that. Like, we get into this big fight, and if ERI is lost, how does Suletta react to that? Like, I would like to see that. She was visibly shaken up, and then the episode ends. But I need to know. I need it. I need more. All right. Miona and Shattuck did bargain. Seeing they're setting up, she's gonna go to the Engine Space Assembly League. As they are legit direct response. Yep, they are. Essentially, anybody that wasn't working with Elnora and Elnora, in her eyes, I'm not saying this is how I think, but in her eyes, from her point of view, anybody that was not helping her with Quiet Zero is responsible for the death of ERI. Because why were y'all all here messing with us in the first place? Leave us alone. Let me do what I gotta do so I can get my daughter back. Right? So from her point of view, I'm rocking with her with that. I understand that. I get it. I get why she would feel that way. I do. All right, the second half to be about the problems on Earth, taking down the South Pell. They need to go. They need to go. Twitter account's been teasing us. One tweet said they didn't want to end. No tweet said it's the end, or is it? We live in a world where Attack on Titan final season part 1 final chapter, so finale ain't much. True. So either the internet is wilding, or we might get news on the second half. Yeah, we might get that second season soon. Someone's theorizing that ERI's gonna either possess the Caliburn. My theory, your theory, Aharo. only if a white Gundam and a black Gundam with 9% cycle frame show, we might have had no casualty. I don't get the reference. I don't get the reference. I'm sorry. That's really great. You don't need to. Okay. Are you talking about this Gundam? You talking about this? Or are you talking about something else? What else do I got? I don't think I got anything else for this episode. Yeah, I don't. Felsie number 1, she did come through because Guel was gone. She came through. She did come through. She did come through. I wonder how Yorine being in Elnora's face right now, how that's gonna work. Question: Ariel or Lifidith in terms of design, not counting rebuild. So not counting the Ariel rebuild. If I take Ariel from the beginning of this series, or the Lifidith, that's what you're asking. Which one do I prefer? I think I prefer. I haven't seen the Ariel. Hold on, I'm gonna go to my pictures. I lost my pictures from the beginning of this series that I took because my computer died. I don't even remember what the Lifidith looks like. I see like images in my brain from the prologue. Lifidith. Images. I'm looking at it right now. They look so similar. I'll say the Ariel, because I think what I'm looking at is pre-rebuild. Yeah, this is pre-rebuild. I think I'll say the Ariel because it has the blue and yellow. I think I'll say the Ariel. Yeah, this is pre-rebuild. Now, post-rebuild, like the Ariel 100%. But pre-rebuild, I think I'll still go with the Ariel. I think I will. Yeah, I'm looking at both. I think I'll go with the Ariel. Myth of consensual fighting to the death. Guel, I consent. Lauda, I consent. Felsi, I don't. Isn't there someone you forgot? Yeah. Oh man, this was a good one. The beginning. Hold on, let me watch the beginning. Just the beginning, like couple of seconds again. I got my answer. Maybe that's something I should bring up. I mentioned. I don't even remember how many weeks ago I mentioned this. I wanted to see how good of a pilot Suletta was without ERI. I got my answer, right? I got it. She's a damn good pilot. She's a damn good pilot without working with ERI. Like, she was flipping and dipping. She was damn good. Got my answer. I did. So between Shorzette and Caliburn, these last two episodes have dropped absolutely amazing Gundams. Exactly. Caliburn flying around with the broom was cool. But Shorzette looked dope. Shorzette was just pulling stuff. Looked dope. Just dope. Freaking dope. Bandai still milking IBO. Making people and I can't. Oh. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm not upset at this. Let me look at the end again. If you guys didn't know, throughout this whole episode, what my thumbnail would be, any episode that has ERI in it, ERI has always been the thumbnail. I feel bad for the people who canceled their Shorzette pre-orders last episode just because Lauda was piloting it. Oh, can't say that. They're stupid. They're dumb. Can't say that. People are stupid. People are dum-dums. They're irrational. People like that, there's no hope for them, right? There's no hope for them. That's like burning your own merchandise because you don't like what happens in a series. Like, it's like you spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on like this collection and something happens and you want to burn it. You're an idiot. You don't like money. I'm not gonna sidetrack. I will not do that. I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Have a good week coming up. And hopefully, God willing, I see you guys back here for the final episode, of G-Witch. So again, thank you. I appreciate you. And I will see you. Peace out.